Hi everyone. Do you know what I'm going to tell you about Singapore government? People say there are a lot of poor people in Singapore. People are struggling. People need money for this, need money for that, cannot pay for education, even for hospitalization. Let me tell you what, in Singapore, there are no such thing as poor people. Whoever is saying there are poor people in Singapore, they are hypocrite and they're trying to build something of charity image of themselves to do some public relationship marketing. So whoever is talking about charity, whoever is talking about poor people in Singapore, they are all bullshit. What is poor people? You know what is poor people? These are not people who are cardboard collectors where they already have shelter, clothes, shoes to wear, and even they have mobile phones. Even how poor they are, the Singapore government welfare still give them a home, food to eat, and all the things they need at a minimum. So what do you expect the government to do, huh? And what do those opposition or all those people who are doing fake charity expect government to do? Give them abalone every day, all the luxuries items, give them big LCD TV or whatever TV, or give them LV bags. What do we expect the government to do for the poor? Our government already give them all the basic needs they need to have. So in what way does Singapore have poor people? Even how poor the people are, they are still able to survive, and with the food the government also provide them every month. So in what way do we see poor people really poor in Singapore? No way. And those people who are talking about that poor people are actually hypocrite. They just want to create all this kind of thing to get support from people, to help them for certain things, to help them for the campaign, to help them for the image. That's what a lot of people are doing in Singapore, creating that Singapore has poor people. You will see the poor people got nothing to wear. They are good and proper clothing, even mobile phones, computer, television at least, and they have 3 meals a day. What's wrong with the poor people in Singapore? In fact, there's no really poor people in Singapore. I don't understand why they still could see poor people in Singapore. Until they go overseas to see what happened in other countries, I think they will understand. In other countries, we see a lot of people without shoes, even without slippers, and didn't have bath for many days. Singapore, at least, they got proper water, clean water for the poor people to enjoy. But in other countries, none. There's no water system. And then you drink water from the drain. And there's no food. The poor people in other countries are treated like animals. No, they got no home to stay, but stay at the roadside. These are so-called the real poor people. I stayed with the poor people before, and I know how the life are in other countries. I even got hair lice when I stayed with them, and I was totally unaware of it. So this is what really happened in the poor people environment. If we go to Indonesia, if you go to Malaysia, Philippines, Mexico, Brazil, we know how poor they are. And when we use Singapore to compare with them, it's really nothing. Those countries, they are looking at Singapore as rich people. None of them are poor. So how can we say that Singapore has poor people? No poor people in Singapore. And I really want to bash those people who are keep on telling me there are poor people in Singapore. At least they could eat chicken rice every week. And that is really not poor, right? There's no poor people in Singapore. No matter how poor they are, the government are still providing them at the minimum. And this is why I love PAP. Our government is so stupid to support the opposition since our government is doing such a good job for Singaporeans. Do you get what I mean? Remember, subscribe, like, and share. Leave down in comments. Ciao.